Hello, this is Jim with Porcine Associates LLC. This video is going to explore how to get data from a Dynaview, import it into Excel, and then graph it. So the first task is to get the data. If you had a USB drive plugged into the front of the Dynaview when you closed the recording process, then the file is going to be on that USB stick. You can just plug it into your desktop and find it that way. I'm going to show you how you can get it via FTP. This assumes that your desktop machine is on the network with the Dynaview. It may not be possible in your case, but here it is. So that's what I'm going to do. So first I'm going to do is open up Firefox. Turns out that Mozilla Internet Explorer does not work for this for some reason. Any FTP client or Firefox or CMonkey, they all work, but IE does not. So the address of the Dynaview starts with FTP : / and then the network of the address of the Dynaview, which in this case is 192.168.0.160. And here it shows you the contents of the internal data folder in the Dynaview. I'm going to have to say refresh here because I don't know where refresh is. We've got to find it. Refresh, where is it? Maybe it's this. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I had to do that because I just recorded another data file. There are 3 files here. This is the current recipe. You can click on that and it shows you the text of the current recipe. I'm going to push the back button. Then there are 2 data files. The second data file that I just recorded, we're going to use that one. So you right click on that and say save link as. Windows puts up the normal dialog. So I can just put it on the desktop and say save. And notice that it gave it a text extension, which is fine. Save. So now it's on the desktop, so I can just close Firefox. Open Excel. And it's the open dialog. We just want a blank. Here, let me reduce this down so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So what you do is you would say data, get external data from text. It puts up again the same dialog box, and it's on the desktop, we know. So there it is, roll to September 10th, .text, import. And then it's going to ask me a few things. It is delimited. We want to start at row 1, next. It's a tab delimited file, that's correct. Text qualifier with a quotation, that's good, next. Now we can skip the rest of this and just say finish. And then this is fine too, just say OK. Presto. There is the data file all brought in. Now here's the actual data down here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create another sheet, and we're going to copy some of this data to the other sheet. So you click on row length, and then there's a keyboard shortcut which is very handy. Hold on Shift and then push End down arrow, and that gets the entire column. So Control C for copy, goes to the sheet 2, first column, Control V to paste. We'll make the column a little wider. Now we want to, so that was the column called row length. Now we want image length as well. Same thing. Click the label, Shift, End, down. You have to hold down Shift while you're doing this. Now I got one more cell than we want, so continue holding down Shift, push the up arrow, goes up one cell. So we can say Control C, go back to the second sheet, put in column B. So now we've got just the data on sheet. Escape to get rid of this. So the top here, the header, has all the information about the recipe. For instance, here's your reports enabled, and I did continuous. Normally you just leave it at the default, which is 10 samples every 100 feet. In this case, the simulator on this particular data has some really fast changes in it, which your process you'll never see. So I did continuous in order to capture those fast transitions. You'll see that in a minute. So now click over on sheet 2 again, and now just highlight both columns, and up here say Insert, Chart, and we want a scatter chart, which is, see, it's this one, and this one right here, scatter with straight lines. Presto, there it is. So there's the graph, and here's the data, and on the first sheet you have the entire all the information from the Dynaview. Second sheet, you have just the data plus the graph. So that's all there is to it. So until next time, this is Jim.